Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at your guys' chart requests from the live chat and also over here inside of the Discord. We do have a chart request thread over here where you guys can get your requests in. If you guys maybe can't make the live or you have conflicting schedules, we normally are live between 10 and 2 Monday through Friday. And we're just going to continue to hit these chart requests here today. We got XCN, OP, we got Tesla in there, AKT, SMCI, RR, QBTS. We're going to be hitting all these. We have all those loaded up into our playlist over here. So these are all those chart requests loaded up. So we're going to just be hitting those. I'll also be taking some from the chat here. So go ahead and drop them here in the chat. What's going on? Mr. Pearson, Taja, 23, Be the Man. Mike, what's going on, brother? So we're just going to hit chart requests, guys. Pretty brutal day today. I think there was rumors that Trump says that now they're not going to have peace or something like that in Iran. So, again, peace one day, peace no day, or the next day, peace one day, no peace the next day. It's just kind of like a yo-yo right now, just going up and down. But we just got to stay patient here, folks. That's all there is to it. Times like these can be frustrating in the markets, but hey, as long as we're doing our job, as long as we're sticking to our plan, that's all that matters, right? The people that make the most money in the markets are the people that buy during the most uncertain times. And a lot of these names are just very beat up, right? Like a name like PayPal, I mean, this thing has never been better, right? This is a request right here. There's never been a better time to buy PayPal since 2017. It's the cheapest the stock has ever been since 2017. That was 9 years ago. So it's back down at the 9-year low. So I do have a position on PayPal still. It is still green here on the weekly, so we are still bullish on this name. Looking for a retracement at least back up into the 200 EMA. That would, you see how it hit it right back here in January. We got the red dot up here and then it sold off. Well, this thing's just been obliterated. I mean, that last earnings call that they dropped, their stock went down, 23% in one day. So we're looking for the rebound on PayPal. Still staying long on that one. As long as the dot remains green, we're bullish. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, we want to buy when this blue wave is down here, giving us a green dot. Okay, every time that happens, it's a great time to buy. Okay, great time to buy. And this thing is in a very long-term downtrend. I mean, we topped out here in 2021. It's gone down for the last 5 years. Okay, so what you really want to see on PayPal next is a monthly. I think that's going to come probably here in April or May, but PayPal still looks really good. Go ahead and drop your requests here in the chat too if you guys got them. I see one for Jordan for Microsoft. Microsoft is falling. So the interesting thing about Microsoft here right now is that it's lost its 40-year moving average. So that blue line, it lost that, and it's got a red dot, which indicates we could definitely be going lower here. But that's the first time we've lost the 4-year average since like back here in 2008. That was the Great Depression. I mean, that was the last time. Every time it comes down here into that blue line, it has bounced all the way since back here in like 2011. You can see it lost it there, but you can see how it bounced. It bounced near it there. Okay, it bounced right here back in 2022, bounced right here in 2025. So this is a massive deal. I mean, it's 2026, and like I said, the last time that happened where we lost the EMA was 15 years ago. So again, the dot is red. If you entered on this green dot right here at 390, you should have been stopped out. If you're not stopped out, right, it all depends on your plan. If you just want to buy it lower in dollar cost average, okay, you just wait for the green dot to come back and you buy more. So I think this thing could come all the way down here to maybe 320. 320 I think would be a good spot to buy this. If you bought it right here, if you average down at 320, your average cost will be around 350. So again, our plan doesn't change regardless of the market. We are in a bear market right now. It's very relevant. It's very obvious, right? Things suck right now. It just sucks, right? It sucks to be an investor right now. Okay, we're down here. Okay, we're in despair because we've had a big, massive pullback, and it just keeps chopping around, and some names are going lower. Like Microsoft, that's a huge break. So if you bought here at 390, okay, and the reason we would have bought there at 390 because, again, the data says that every time this thing pulled into this blue line since 2011, right, 15 years of data, it's bounced every time. So now we're under World War III and Trump's tweeting every day. So it's breaking down here. So ultimately on Microsoft, if you entered on this green dot, yes, you could look to enter on the next one. But really, you want to watch the monthly. Watch the monthly on Microsoft here. I would say 310 would be a good level, around 310, and then after that, the next level would probably be around 230. So look for the monthly on Microsoft here, or look for another weekly. What's going on, Marlog? How you doing, brother? I see one here at the top for Target and PFE, TGT. Target is up here in sell territory. It is holding on to its 9 EMA, though. I like this one. I just put a stop loss at 110 on this. We are up in the red zone, so you definitely want to make sure we hold on to those EMAs. Like I said, I'd use a stop loss probably at 110. 110 on the stop loss. If it breaks 110, sell it. Otherwise, it could break out and keep going here. So our goal is to sell a red dot in the red zone. That came right here around 122. Again, if you're buying Target, where we were buying Target, that was down here at around 85.90. So it's a beautiful trade here. We'll see if this holds up and keeps breaking out here. Like I said, I would use a stop loss probably somewhere around 110 there. 110 on the stop loss for Target. What's up, Rob? We got Candy for XCN USD. So they got their main net launching tomorrow, guys. They're launching pretty much their layer 1 blockchain, their Goliath. That's huge news for the asset. I still am remaining long on this above 0.004. Okay, still staking it. I'm going to hold this one for a very long time. Even if it breaks down. Oh, the weekly dot actually faded away. So we had a red one showing up here on the weekly, but it's faded away. Tomorrow is the biggest news event that it's ever had. So Goliath is their main net. That is like their layer 1 blockchain. It's launching tomorrow. So we'll see how the price reacts. As long as this thing holds above 0.004, it is technically bullish. We're in a consolidation pattern going sideways. Consolidation looks like this, right? Just sideways. We're not going up like crazy or down. We're just stuck right here, okay? We all want this big move, but we don't want to wait through the boring times to get it, right? We all want it right now. We want that instant gratification. We got to be patient here. XCN is one of my largest positions. XCN and Link are my two biggest crypto positions, and I got mine staked. If you guys don't know how to stake XCN, I have a free DeFi course over here that teaches you how to stake it under the onboarding section. You just go to the DeFi course, and that will teach you how to stake your XCN. It's a very straightforward process, but really looking forward to tomorrow to see how the price reacts. I think this is one of the only cryptos today that's green. It's up like 2%. Everything else in my portfolio is in deep red today. So, yeah, ultimately, we're just consolidating right now, folks. I mean, if you look at Ethereum, we flip back to red on the week, but again, as long as our macro support down here at 1750 holds, if 1750 breaks on Ethereum, then we can panic. But until that happens, right, there's nothing to worry about. The dot is still green. There's gonna be red days on the way up. Okay, just like it was time to buy back here in April. Okay, we gotta be confident in our strategy and in our indicators. If this is what we're using, right? We're 1 to 6 months out. We're not 1 to 2 days out. We're 1 to 6 months out on these investments, waiting for the blue wave to come back up here, just like it did back here in August at 5,000. Right? Sometimes we have to sit through 5% pullbacks, 6% pullbacks, 7% pullbacks, 10% pullbacks. Look at Snapchat pulling back 10% today. I mean, just getting absolutely whacked. But why would you sell Snapchat if you believe in the company at the all-time low? I mean, it's the lowest it's ever been down here at $4. So if you panic sell down here, yes, you lose. But if you remain long and we reverse like it reversed back here in 2018 and just wait for it to go back up, right? All it takes is patience. A lot of the time, the only thing separating you from being right and wrong in the markets is time. Okay? Buying and selling is the easy part, right? Anyone can click a button. A monkey could click a button and buy a stock. Okay? What's hard to do is wait. And sometimes the market makers try to scare you out of your position. So if you have conviction in the project, if you know what the company does, if you know what the project does, and you believe in it over the long term, and you think it's going to grow over time, that's what you should be investing in. I'm not selling my Snap down here because I believe in the company, right? They're making more money than they ever have in history, right? They made the most money they ever made right back there a couple months ago, and their stock is literally at an all-time low. So I've told you guys my thesis with Snap is I think they're going to get bought out. So normally when a company gets bought out, it's for a higher price. I think it'll be somewhere between $20 and $30 if it happens. But down here at $4, I mean, it's a steal. There's no way I'm panic selling even today down 10%. That just doesn't make sense to panic sell on a day you're down 10%. All we can do is wait for a reversal and continue to add to our positions. Okay, continue to dollar cost average all the way down. I see one for Jordan for MSTR here in the chat. Oops. MSTR, where'd we go? Boom. MSTR is still hanging on. Again, that's support down there at where we bounced back here in February at 100. As long as this thing holds 100, we got to remain bullish. So right now we should be looking at the daily or the 4-hour, because again, if you have the weekly signal, if you have the weekly or the monthly signal, okay, what you should be waiting on is a daily or a 4-hour alert. So I'm remaining bullish on this above $100. If it comes down here to 114, probably add more. Ultimately, just watch the daily on this one for a place to add. I'd like to see it get up over those EMAs, okay? When we're below the EMAs, we're in a downtrend. We're in a bear market, okay? And we're failing to break out of them right here. So, again, look for a place to average down if this thing decides to pull back here. As of right now, the dot is still green, so it is still bullish. You got the MACD crossover down here. Again, today just looks like a day they're trying to scare people out of the markets, is what it looks like to me. I see one for Rob for APT. APT. This looks good. That one looks like it's breaking out. Okay, it's trying to get up over those EMAs. This still looks good here as long as it can hold on to 80 cents. Up above 80, this one looks good. Okay, you got a nice green candle on the week. You're up 11% this week. You got the signal back here at 80 cents. So, like I said, as long as this low holds right there at, I'd put a stop loss at 70 on this one. Stop loss at 70. If 70 breaks, we'll probably have another pullback like this. I just don't see it happening. I mean, this thing is literally down 95% from the top. So if you have any conviction in this project, we're sitting right back here at the 2022 lows. It hasn't been a better time to buy in 4 years. So understand, everybody who invests in crypto or is a crypto investor is pretty much down. Like if you started investing 4 years ago, if you bought here, 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 or here, okay, you're down on this project. But if you think it's bouncing back, right, you're sitting at the 4-year lows. It hasn't been a better time to buy in 4 years. Okay, so up above 70 cents, I like this one. I like APT. Where are you adding more Snapchat? I'll add Snapchat when it gets another weekly dot. Okay, my target to add more was $4. It's literally sitting at $4, but it has a red dot. So I want to see if this red dot fades. If it doesn't, I'll add more on the next weekly dot. Because again, our strategy is to buy when we get the green dot with the wave down here. That is our strategy. Snapchat has just completely defied all technicals. Okay, it's at all-time lows right now. Okay, and I don't really see a reason why. They are getting sued for something about child. I don't know. I have no idea. But normally that kind of news comes out when the stock is low and they're trying to flush people out. So $4 I think is a great spot to buy more. Now if it goes down to $3, what are we going to do? We're going to buy more. If it goes down to $2, what are we going to do? We're going to buy more. Okay, we just buy it all the way down. And then eventually it's going to reverse. Someone's going to step in. Someone with a lot of money, a hedge fund, Elon Musk, Microsoft, Amazon, one of these companies. PayPal I think is a great candidate to buy this thing out. Someone's going to buy it out. You don't just let a $500 million platform or a 500 million daily user platform go to zero. It just doesn't happen. There's too many eyeballs. So $4 I think is a great place to add more. I just haven't added yet. I'm really short on cash right now because of tax season. TEM, this thing's still falling. This one just needs the signal. Again, the wave is down here. That's great. Right? This means we're down here in despair. When the wave is down at the bottom, right? Despair doesn't feel good, guys. If you don't feel good about your portfolio right now, if you don't feel good about the markets right now, it's because you're not supposed to. Okay? You're not supposed to feel good right now. It's not supposed to feel good, right? It feels good when everything's going up, but everything's just going down right now. So again, eventually we bottom and bounce. Okay, we might consolidate for a while, but ultimately, a lot of these names have pulled back a lot. This thing pulled back from 105 all the way down here to 45. That's over a 60% drop for TEM. So all you need now on TEM is a green dot there. Here's Amazon from the Discord. Amazon just needs a signal as well. Again, we want to buy when this blue wave is down here given a green dot. The last time that happened was in April at 60. It went all the way up to 250. So I would love to buy Amazon at like 180. I don't know if we're going to get there. It's building pretty strong support right here at 194. We're just missing our signal there. Alts, ALTS. This one's still okay here above $1. Just looking for the signal there on alts. You got one back here at around 175. It went down to about $1. and now it's sitting at about 133. So just wait for the next signal. Looks like they have earnings coming up tomorrow, so that'll be interesting to see how that reacts. I see one from Samuel for Zora. If you guys got those requests, just get them in the chat here. Got to imagine a lot of people aren't feeling too good today. I don't have a poll going on, but again, their bear markets aren't supposed to feel good, folks. Warren Buffett says buy when there's blood in the streets. I think we could all agree there's blood in the streets right now with a lot of these names. So hang in there. Again, buying and selling is easy. The hard part is holding and waiting it out and not getting scared out of your positions, especially in times right now when it's like max pain. Zora, this thing looks like a rug pull. So there's not a lot I could tell you, Samuel, about Zora here. Okay, here we go. So we were actually down here at 0.008. It has a green dot. What I would like to see, so after the green dot, what I like to see is it break over the EMAs here on the daily or the 4-hour chart. As long as we remain below these, green dot or not, we're stuck in a downtrend. So what you want to see is it break over those EMAs and then do that reversal. We talked about a few names on last week's episode, names that are breaking out over their EMAs. We got FET, we got QNT, we got Render. Okay, you see how they're down below it, but then they break out. Okay, that means volume's coming in. Momentum is changing. Okay, some of these cryptos still have yet to break out over those levels. RNDR was another one. It broke out and bounced here. So you can see how it broke out here in December. Came back, tested the EMAs, and failed. This time it actually broke out, came back, tested, and bounced. So, right, you want to use a stop loss just under those EMAs, probably right there at about 150. What else we got? I see one for Mark for BMNR. BMNR is still below these EMAs, so it has support right here at around 17. This is that Ethereum treasury company, so this is deeply going to depend on what Ethereum does. Again, Ethereum's still green on the week. You guys could see the candle on the week is green. Today we're down, but on the week we're green. So as long as Ethereum holds 1750, I know I sound like a broken record, but that is where we bounced back here. Okay, up above that level, up above 2K, I think Ethereum is still very strong. Even on a pullback day like today, the chart is strong. The chart looks strong. What we'd like to see Ethereum do is break out. It tried to break out here. It's testing it right now. That $2,000 level is a huge support, and we're still holding on to it. Even with this move today, we're still holding it very, very strong here. Okay, I guess there was another thing from Trump saying that his peace offer with Iran, he released today, expires in 48 hours. So more uncertainty, more scare tactics. They're trying to flush everybody out. Okay, I think Ethereum above this level at 2,000 is very strong. Ethereum above 1,700 we're bullish, right? We haven't moved since February. Okay, this is the really boring time in the market. Like, it's so boring. Like, I'm bored. I would rather things go down or up than sideways. Like, that's how boring this is. It's just do, right? We're stuck in this range between 2,300 and that 1,700 level, right? We're range bound, going sideways. So we all want this, right? We all want it to break out and just go to the sky, okay? But it doesn't work like that all the time. So it looks like there are some buyers stepping in here. We're getting a little bit of a bounce here into the end of the day on crypto, which is nice. But again, as long as 1740 holds, I like Ethereum, and therefore I like BNMR because, again, it's an Ethereum treasury company. You can see how the price, again, kind of just fluctuates with Ethereum. It's just gone sideways for the last 2 months. So boring, dude. It's not entertaining. It's not fun. What else we got? I see one for Aerodrome, AERO. AERO, this is a good request here. Okay, this is the DEX on Ethereum, or I'm sorry, on the base network. So again, we're still watching that 27-cent level. Once again, we haven't moved in 2 months. Okay, we got our signals, but that doesn't mean we're going to blast off right away. Sometimes it means we're just going to build a base and consolidate. So if you zoom in here to the daily, you can see that the low right there was 27 cents. So we would set our stop loss probably at 26. And again, chop, 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 chop. Okay, one of these days, we're going to break out and we're going to go for a ride. So if you guys are familiar with our selling strategy, we like to sell up here in the red zone. Last time I hit the red zone was right here in November at 128. sold all the way off. Okay, before that, it was back here in December 2024, sold all the way off. So, again, this has been brutal, guys. This has been a brutal market for crypto since August. Again, we got that sell signal on the weekly right there, August 25th. Okay, that came right there at 130. 130 all the way to 32 cents. I would call that a despair diff. I mean, you're talking about a 75% pullback in 7 or 8 months. So normally after we drop for 7 or 8 months, we get a bounce. So I'm still very bullish on Aerodrome here above 26. Can you explain quickly the red dot below the line for the weekly and monthly? Can you give me an example of a chart? Like, are you thinking you're talking about this? Microsoft? Like that? How it prints red down here, right? We want to sell when it's up here. Okay, so this is either you could be stopped out, right? You could be stopped out, you could sell and then get back in when it turns green again, or you could just hold your position and wait for another green dot, because again, our goal is to dollar cost average. We don't go all in right here. Okay, you can, but if it goes the other way on you, it's nice to have some cash to average down, right? If you bought here at 390 and buy here at 320 on the next green dot, if it comes down there, your average cost goes to 340 or 350. So, right, Microsoft is one of the biggest companies in the world. So, I mean, like I showed you guys earlier, it's breaking that. Look at that white line. It's breaking that down below that white line for the first time since back here in 08, since the Great Depression. I mean, that was the Great Depression back there, the housing crisis. Okay, and now it's breaking that same line. So very interesting times. I mean, like I said, that was 18 years ago. 08 was 18 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. It hasn't broke down below its 4-year average since that time. So you guys are witnessing history right now. I mean, this is one of the most brutal markets that I've seen in a while. I mean, it's just straight to the floor. We were expecting it on crypto, right? We were expecting a pullback. And again, look how long it pulls back. It pulled back for about 4 or 5 months here, ripped. This has been a 7 to 8 month pullback. Okay, and we're just consolidating, building a base now. We go up green one day, red the next. Green one day, red the next. And it's easy to get frustrated in times like that. Okay, it's easy to get frustrated when we go up, then we go down. We go up, then we go down. We go up, then we go down. That's the kind of market we're in. We're in a consolidating sideways chop market. Okay, it's not a parabolic bull run that everybody wants right now. Will we get that? I believe so. I believe it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But the best thing we can do is just pay attention to the charts, the signals, and play the support levels. Okay, if Ethereum breaks 1700, what are we going to do? We're just going to buy again on another green dot, and we're going to continue to accumulate at these prices, because if Ethereum goes back to all-time highs, which if you're in crypto and you don't believe Ethereum's going back up, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's literally the number one altcoin out there. That's a 140% move. Would you wait 6 months to make 140% on your money? If not, just go put your money in a bank account, in a savings account, and collect 3 to 4%. I mean, that's ultimately the decision you have to make. Okay, again, buying and selling is easy. Waiting is the hard part here. Bob says, take a look at 2017, 2018. I don't even see data all the way back there. 2017 was like back here. Ripsky. Look at, though, Ethereum's candle's green on the month. So again, everyone looking at the smaller time frames, okay, yeah, they're freaking out. But if you look at the monthly, we're green, baby. We pulled back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, and now we're turning green. So I think that's a great sign. I'm still very bullish on alts. Sui's still green. Chainlink's still green on the monthly. Okay. So still green on the weekly too. What else we got? I agree, Jeff. Yeah, it's choppy markets are a little exhausting. Here's one from the Discord for Mara. Mara's still green, so we're still bullish on that. Still buyers of Mara here. PBR. So here's an example, right? This one's up here in the sell zone. So whenever this wave comes over this white line is when we want to look to sell. Okay, and the dailies, I mean, this thing's just on a parabolic move. This thing is a oil and gas company, so I personally be taking profits here. Okay, I took profits on my PBR, I think right around here at 15. Our goal is to sell the red dot in the red zone. Okay, that's where it came. Sometimes it'll keep going. I didn't know that Donald Trump was going to bomb Iran and that oil prices were going to go crazy. So again, we're just here to be consistent traders. We want to buy when the wave is when the price is down here in the golden zone and sell when it's up here in the red zone. So this is on a parabolic move here. What I would do on this one probably now is sell on a weekly red. So whenever you get the weekly red signal for PBR, again, we don't want to buy when names are up 10 weeks in a row. Okay, we either want to buy the chop, okay, or a big dramatic pullback. So I'd sell the red one on that PBR. I see Samuel says super. Green dot visible. Yes, that one does have a green dot down here at 12 cents. So if you believe in super, okay, looks like a good time to add to your position here at 12 cents. ORIA. This one looks like a new project. Again, I don't like charts that are going down like this, but up above 24 cents, that one looks good. Pretty new project, so just be careful with those newer projects, right? Not every cryptocurrency is going to last. You want to buy stuff with real utility, like NXXT. I mean, that's just an ugly chart. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this thing. It's just a falling knife. Just go into the floor. Go into the floor. CRM. This one had a nice little bounce here today. That one's still holding green. I entered on this last week off the green dot. And as long as this one holds on to 175, I'm still bullish on it. 175 was the low here from February. Want to see that one get a bounce here. Okay, looking for the daily alert now on CRM now that we have the weekly. I think that one did have a red dot pop up, but it's faded away. So again, that green dot is telling us, okay, that green dot from a couple weeks ago is telling us that 175, that low right there is the bottom. If that low breaks, you should see more capitulation to the downside. So you need to set a stop loss right there around that level at 170. Okay, 170, 175 on CRM. And I do have a position, but I do have a stop loss set around 170 on that. What else we got? I see one here for Chewy. Chewy's trying to reverse here off of 22. So up above 22, I like it. Again, really falling here. As long as it holds this low right here, looks like they announced their earnings a couple days ago, and they liked it. It did pop up here into the EMAs. Our target would be up here between 43 and 47. Okay, again, brutal pullback from the top. Back here in June, we've pulled back for 9 months now on Chewy. So up above 22, I like Chewy still. Okay, just looking for the wave to come back up here now. Just being patient. CBZ. Let's see if this is a crypto here. CBZ USD. Nothing. So that one's green. I don't know what this company is. How much money do they make? About 500 million. I mean, again, after a pullback like this, if you believe in the company, I mean, that's insane. $90 down to 27. That's a brutal pullback. So up above 22, I'd say it looks good. I'd be a buyer of this thing as long as that dot remains green. You want to see it break over those EMAs. You want to see it get up into those EMAs or break over it on one of the smaller time frames there. Now that you got the weekly, again, I don't know what happened to this thing to make it do this, but up above 22, it looks pretty decent. CFM up above 63. This one looks good too. Okay, again, we're in planting season down here. This is brutal pullback. We want to buy after these brutal pullbacks. Okay, as long as this wave is down here, we're buyers. Okay, last time the wave was down here was all the way back in 2021 at $23. It went all the way up to 180. So up above 63, I still like SFM. ACN, that one pulled back really hard here too. Just looking for the signal on this one. Okay, up above 180, this one looks bullish. Okay, it just needs the signal there on ACN. What else we got? Could you please take a look at HIMS? Yeah. HIMS. I still like this one. Again, we got the signal down here at 15. It popped up to 28. It's pulled back over the last couple weeks. I think this pullback is a buying opportunity. Okay, I think above 19, this thing is very bullish. It has a little gap to fill there, so I think it's going down to fill that gap, and then we're going to reverse. But with HIMS right now, I'm watching the daily. Again, as long as the dot is green on the weekly, we don't have to watch the weekly anymore. We can look to the daily for additional entry signals if we want to get in. So I'd be watching the daily chart here for HIMS. That will be called out over here when it happens. We had a couple here at the end of the day. It looks like we got Netflix, Okta, Domino's, and SOXS all popping here today. So HIMS, we're just waiting for that next signal. But I do think it's going to bounce right here, right around 19. Ultimately, just need that daily signal. I see one for CRO. CRO is still just down here doing nothing. I mean, we've gone sideways for 3 months. Okay, I mean, we haven't done anything. Look how long we went sideways back down here in March. We went sideways for probably 4 months before we exploded to the upside. So, again, if you look at the chart, you can see every time this thing comes down here, time to buy, 7 cents, all the way up to 24, time to buy, 7 cents, all the way up here to 40. Now we're back down at 7 cents at that level. So CRO is another one you could stake. I think you could stake them on the Kepler app, but yeah, I'm very bullish on CRO here. It's just a matter of waiting till she goes back up, waiting till that exciting season. The exciting season comes, and sometimes it only lasts a couple weeks. So again, as long as the wave is down here, folks, with our strategy, we are bullish on these assets. Okay, we are looking to load our bags down here. We're looking to empty our bags up here. Again, if we're farmers, we're planting seeds down here. It doesn't matter what we're doing day to day. As long as this wave is down here, we are filling up our bags. Okay, consider investing 10 to 15% of your paycheck every single month and continue to add to your positions. When it comes back up here and it goes up 300-400%, that's when we're going to cash out. Okay. In the meantime, we're in planting season, right? We're putting the seeds in the ground. We're out in the field. We're watering them. We're taking care of them. We're tending to them. And then when we come up here to harvest season, this is when we're going to take profits. Guys Love Inside says CHYM. Thanks for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. So CH, this is Chime Financial. Just needs the signal. Okay. Wait for the weekly on this one. Okay, and again, if you guys do not have these indicators that we're talking about today, the Fibonacci, the EMAs, the red and green dots, the stochastic RSI, you guys can download my whole trading layout over here in the trading indicator tab. If you have any questions or need support with that, my email is right there in the thread. You just click this link and everything loads right up into your account. I have a free trading course right here. If you guys are new, completely free, that explains our strategy and how to use each and every one of those indicators that we're talking about here in today's video. That's over there under the onboarding section in the Discord. There's a link to join the Discord down in the description of this video and also pinned to the live chat. Tim says XRP. XRP still holding its dot. It's still holding its dot. Again, very boring price action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks of just nothing. Okay, so we're still watching about 110 on XRP. Okay, watching 110 like an absolute hawk here. Okay, if 110, as long as 110 holds, we're bullish on XRP. 110 was this low back here in February. So anything we do, like these red days, are opportunities. Okay, what I be watching on XRP is for a daily dot. Okay, they could shove this down to 120, give us a green dot, and then we can reverse right back. So right now, our target's always up here in the red zone on the Fibonacci retracement, up there between 3 and 350. Okay, and we're bullish as long as it holds 110. If 110 breaks, right, we can look to buy it lower at 90, 80, 70 cents, wherever the next dot comes. So 110, as long as it's above 110, that is the macro support. Okay, you can't argue with that because that's where it bounced right there. It's where the buyers stepped in right here in February on that wick right there. Okay, buyers came in, sucked it right back up. Now we need the bulls to come in and take over. And I think the Clarity Act, I don't think anything's going to happen until we get the Clarity Act passing. I think we're just going to remain in a range. They're going to continue to manipulate price, and they're going to try everything they can to get you guys to sell and get us to sell at these prices. Again, we don't want to sell after an 80% pullback, guys. Again, everyone was excited to buy XRP up here at 360. Now no one's excited about crypto anymore. We have gone down. That was a 70% pullback, okay, to the T. 70% down. Not a place to be selling. This is a place to be loading up, okay? So, again, it's going to take a lot of patience here, okay? We're just chop, 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 chop. Until the Iran thing settles down and until the Clarity Act passes, I don't think you're going to see a move on crypto. I think all it's going to do is just chop around. So just expect some consolidation. If you can stake your name, if you could stake the name that you own, like Ethereum, stake it and just earn while we go sideways. And then when it breaks out, you can unstake it, sell it, rinse and repeat. Okay, we did call the top of the markets back here in August, if you guys were around. That sell signal came right there at 4,700. It went all the way down to 17. So again, the only thing we can do now is fill our bags, continue to fill our bags, continue to plant seeds, and then just wait till that thing retraces. What else we got? Hey, Ari. Tim also said Snap. So yeah, Snap's at an all-time low. So if a name's sitting at an all-time low, there has never been a better time to buy. Never. Not in history since it came out right here in 2017. So best time to buy in 9 years, this company. I do believe they're going to rebound, but again, just because I believe that doesn't mean they're going to. But it just doesn't make any sense, right? If they go any lower, they're going to get bought out. They're going to get taken over. There's going to be a hostile takeover. I think they're just manipulating the crap out of the price right now to force a takeover. That could be potentially the case, but it makes no sense as to why this is at an all-time low. They've made more money than they ever have over the last few months. Okay, 1.72 billion was a record revenue for them back here in February. So what I'm doing on Snap is I'm just staying long here. You could see how fast it rebounded right back here last time in 2019. It had this nasty drop from 15 all the way down to 5, and then it just ripped all the way up to $80. Okay, so Snapchat, in my opinion, is one of the most undervalued stocks on the market right now. And again, it might suck in the short term. Could we go down to 350? Yes, but ultimately we're targeting up here, right? We're targeting $9 to $10. That's over 100% move if it goes back up there. I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with them. I don't. And like I said, if they keep going lower, I think they're going to get bought out by a bigger player like Elon Musk or I think PayPal, like I said, would be a great takeover option. They could take over Snapchat and turn it into a finance app with all the 500 million daily active users that they have. So we'll see. Up above $4, I think $4 is a steal for Snap here. Yeah, Snap had news that they're getting sued, right? They don't get sued up here at $80. They only get sued down here at $4 a share. So that's how that works. Again, they want to cause panic at all-time lows. Why do they want us to panic down here at all-time lows? Why do they want us panicking and fearful? So we'll sell, and these guys, who's these guys? The smart money? These are the hedge funds. These are the news outlets, right? These are the people with trillions and billions of dollars. They can't buy unless you sell, okay? And they can't sell unless you're buying up here. So again, the goal is to buy when times are not good, right? When times are bad. And again, it has never been worse for Snapchat right now. So again, I believe in the social media company. I think they're going to bounce back and really hard. And if they don't, I think they're going to get bought out by a big player. I think there's no doubt that that's going to happen based on how many users they have. 500 million people every day use this app, consume content on this app. So are they losing market share to TikTok and Instagram? Yes. But ultimately, right, I think they figure it out and we get a bounce back here eventually. I can't tell you when. If this dot prints red, we'll look for the next green dot to average down. But $4 was my target to average down on this. I have not decided to pull the trigger yet. I want to see how this week closes tomorrow, and if that closes red, I will look for the next green weekly to add. But again, never been a better time to buy Snapchat. It's literally at the all-time low. Oh, great. We got Trump tweets after hours. Just what we need. Just what we need. How the market's liking it. Markets are bouncing a little bit, but at this point, I would just like Biden to come back. I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest, man. Just someone quiet and not causing ruckus. I mean, I think Trump is doing things that are good, right? I think he is getting rid of very evil people on this earth, but he's very loud about it. It'd be nice if he just did it quietly and didn't tell us about it, but we get every single update. Oh, we want peace. Next day we wake up, no peace. No peace is coming. We're pulling back on our... It's just like, dude. It's hilarious. And that's not the reason the market's going up or down. It's just buying and selling. Right now is a very volatile time in the markets. That's why you see the big move up, the big move down, the big move up. If you look at the chart, though, right, if you look at the data, we haven't moved since February. We're just stuck right here. What's the tweet? What did he tweet? Am I bearish tomorrow? I don't try to predict what tomorrow is or tomorrow does. I look 1 to 6 months out. All I care about is my indicator coming back up here. When that happens, that's when I'm going to unload. If we stick down here for a while, I'm just going to continue to load up. Just continue to fill my bags. Okay, Solana, I like this one still above 69. 69 was the low from February right here. If that low breaks, yep, we're going to capitulate some more. But as of right now, we should be fully bullish as long as this dot remains green. If we don't get a red dot like we did back here in January, right? We got that right there at 117. It pulled all the way back to 65. That was a brutal pullback. Okay, but as long as the dot is green, we should be bullish on Solana here as long as it holds $68. His son needs some extra money, so he sends a tweet. I think his sons have enough money. I mean, they got a lot more money than a lot of us, I'm sure. But it is what it is, man. It's all just a show, right? And we're just supposed to look at the data, man. Again, we ignore the noise here. We don't want to listen to the news or what Donald Trump's saying or that's not what we invest off of. It doesn't matter. I don't even remember the last time I watched the news. The only news we get is the important news over here in the Discord, right? These are the real news outlets. We get them from Watcher Guru and a couple other platforms, right? Other than that, what did Trump say today? What did he say? President Trump, I thought oil prices would go up more and the stock market would go down more. Okay, great. Great news. Again, none of it matters, folks. We invest off of charts. We invest off these signals. If you zoom out of the chart, okay, when this thing comes down here, we're taking educated positions based on data, right? You could zoom out on Bitcoin's chart and you can see every time this wave has come down here in the past, it's been a time to buy, time to buy, time to buy, time to buy, time to buy. Okay, look at this. Time to buy here in April. Okay, is it time to buy right now? Based on the data, I would say yes. Okay, and as long as we hold 59, we got to remain bullish. So, yeah, I guess we could all go to bed praying tonight that Donald Trump tweets something good and we'll go up. But ultimately, I think from a long-term standpoint, I think these are really good prices, especially after a pullback like this. 74K is resistance for Bitcoin. Yeah, you're right. If we can get over 73, I think that'd be very good. Okay, again, we're just watching for the red dot. If that red dot appears, okay, we have to make a decision. Okay, we have to make a decision to be stopped out or just plan on buying more as it goes lower. Again, everybody wants this, right? Including myself. I would love for markets to just go back to all-time highs and keep going up, up, and away. But I only want that because I'm buying down here, right? We're buying down when things are bad, okay? Up here, right? When this wave is up here, that's when you're always saying, man, I wish I would have bought right here or back here at 26,000. Right up here at 100,000, you're like, man, I wish I would have bought right here at 25,000. God, the markets were crappy and everybody was scared and losing their minds, but I wish I would have just pinned my ears and bought, right? Same exact idea here. Down here, okay, up here, you're always wishing you bought down here. That's just the way it goes. And you won't feel like that until we get back up there. And then you'll just be happy that you were buying in the bad times. And again, there is a lot of things going on today that have never gone on before, right? World War III is a geopolitical thing that is out of our control. So, we got to take those fundamental things into consideration. How we can limit our risk to the downside is just using stop losses, right? You can put a stop loss on your Bitcoin trade right here at 59. If 59 breaks, it's going to capitulate. It's going to go back down to 35 to 40 if it breaks. But until it breaks, we can't be saying, oh, it's going to break because we don't know, right? Until we get a red dot, we don't know that it's going down. As long as it's green, we're going up. If we get a red dot, we can short it and write it down. But until that happens, we got to sit on our hands and remain bullish. Okay, if it flips to red, then we can flip our stance. It's totally legal to flip your stance if a dot comes, right? But right now, we should be fully bullish based on the data and based on the fact that we are trending above February support there at 60,000. Logic, data, and discipline, baby. Exactly. APP, logic, data, and discipline, folks. APP's got a red dot here, so you see how this one's showing red? So what you would do is you'd set a stop loss right here at like 350. Okay, 350 on the stop loss. If 350 breaks, it'll probably capitulate back down here to 240. A green dot will come, and guess what you can do? You could get back into your position after being stopped out. Okay, you sell here, and you buy back in down here. You're buying more shares down here for the amount you sold for right here. So that's the idea. If you see a red dot pop up here like Bitcoin did back here in January, we shorted Bitcoin right here in January. We took a short after it broke support. Again, that red dot came. We had our support set right here in November. Look what happened. We broke it, capitulated. Okay, when support breaks, that's when stop losses get hit and people get liquidated. The people that use leverage, they get liquidated, which causes big sell-offs like this. So you can see how that wick remained the bottom there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. Same thing. This has been the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. So if 59 breaks, we'll go short Bitcoin. But until it breaks, we're long. We're long Bitcoin right now. And we'd love to see Bitcoin break out over 76. Samuel says MEE, small gaming coin, medieval empires. Looks like a rug pull, but it does have a green dot. So again, that's telling you that, hey, this right here at 0.0005 is the potential bottom. So as long as it holds that level, I like it, but that's about a 40% risk. So again, a lot of you guys just getting started are trading these really volatile meme coins, like or very new projects, right? If you guys are just starting out, I'd recommend trading things like Netflix, like Apple, like Amazon, stuff that doesn't go down and up 50% in a day. You know what I'm saying? So Apple's still looking pretty good here above 240. I think we just skipped Netflix. Netflix is still hanging on here to its 9 EMAs, so you can see that one got up above the EMAs, and now it's trying to reverse here. So up above 88, I do like Netflix here above 88. That even had a green daily here today as well. So our target would be up here at around 130 on Netflix here. That one looks good. Netflix looks good there above 88.50. What's up, Samuel? I see one for Circle. So I told you guys to sell some of this up here at 130 when we were getting these red dots. It pulled back off that news of the Clarity Act. They're not going to allow yield on stable coins or something. So really the only thing you can do right now is wait for a green dot to come back. Looks like support would probably be right there around 85. So I'd look for the daily green on this one. It's still green here on the weekly. It pulled back here into the 9. So I'd be looking at the daily here because, again, as long as the dot is green on the weekly or the monthly, you should be in here on the smaller time frames looking for a dot to add to the position. But hopefully you guys took some profits on that up here at 130. Again, if you guys entered on the signal on this one, you got in right here at 58. It went all the way up to 140. It has had this nasty pullback here at 20% this week off that news. So as long as it can hold on to like 92, I like it. You could probably use a stop loss at 92 if you want to. That's just above those EMAs. So you just want to see that daily dot pop here in the next couple days. That daily green dot. That'll be the next potential bottom right there for it. But again, that had a huge move already off the signal from 60 all the way up to 140 is 100%. You doubled your money right there. You could have sold half, took your initial investment out, and now you're just playing with profits. So yeah, watching the daily on Circle. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. APX, you can see on the daily, we're up here in the red zone. If you guys are familiar with our strategy, what we look to do is we look to sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. Okay, so when we buy, we're looking for price to retract, right? We're looking for price to retract up here into the red zone. You can see that red dot came on this right here in March, right there at 18. So we would be sellers of AMPX here. I see one for Pepe. Pepe's still green down here on the weekly. So we're remaining bullish on Pepe as long as it holds on to that 0.00003 level. Ultimately, we want to see this one up over the EMAs to start that uptrend. So it is green on the weekly. Now we want to see it break out above these EMAs. Okay, tomorrow's going to be a big day. Can you explain how this strategy works? Like we have a green dot for Bitcoin, we go long, and then the market breaks down. You never know with Trump. Yeah, so again, we're long here. Like if the market does go against us, like for example, I'll give you an example on my Chainlink trade. So I started re-entering Chainlink right here, right? I bought Chainlink last year in April at like $10, and it went all the way up here to 30. We cashed out here, right? We took our profits because this is where we take profits up here in this zone. So for example, I started re-entering my Chainlink position right here in December, right here at around $12 to $13. Okay, what happened? We had that dip in February. Now we're down here at $9. So does it make sense as a long-term investor to buy here? And if it goes down, does it make sense to sell? No, it doesn't. Warren Buffett says you should celebrate when your asset goes down. I love the fact that I can buy more Chainlink down here at $9, right? So we're buying here at 12 and we're buying down here at 9. We're just accumulating, right? And we don't sell till the wave comes back up here, okay? Whether we have to wait 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 12 months, 24 months, whatever it takes, man. I mean, there's no way, I don't have a crystal ball and can say exactly when it's going to happen, but typically you see a bounce within 1 to 6 months on this, right? Come back here to 2023, got the signal there at $5 in June. It topped out in March, okay? He even topped out right here, maybe at 16. So March to December, that was about 8 months, okay? Pulled back here in September 2024, $10 up to 30. We got that signal, that first signal right there in August, topped out in December, August, September, October, November, December. That was 5 months. April to August, that was 5 months. Now we pulled back for 8 months. So if you get a green dot here and then you get a red one, you could either, like I said earlier, sell your position when the red dot pops and closes, and then buy back in when it gets back down here. So you would have been selling right here at 11, and you could have been buying back in right here around 7 or 8. So ultimately, it's just remaining patient, right? Dollar cost averaging. So if you get a green dot, it goes against you. What can you do? You're not going to panic sell, right? Because you believe in the project long term. I believe Chainlink is the backbone of the new financial system. So I'm long on it. I'm thinking 1 to 6 months out, but if I have to wait till 2030, fine. If this goes down to $5, I'm going to be singing Kumbaya because I'm just going to buy it all the way down. And then when it comes back up here to 30, right, we're all going to be very happy. But as of right now, right, we're down here sitting at the lowest price since 2024. So buying here, buying here. Again, investing is not a one-time thing, guys. You should be adding to your portfolios every single month. 10 to 15% of your paycheck shouldn't even be yours. You should just throw it right into your account. And if you get a signal, right, that on an asset that you want to go long on and you want to hold for the long term, okay, you just keep buying it. You buy it all the way down. I don't feel any remorse buying here at 12 because 12 is a good solid level for it. It was a good solid level here in 2025, 2024, 2025 again. Now we're down here at 9. So, like I said, Warren Buffett says you should be happy when your asset goes down. Okay? So, buying here and buying here. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, Link at 9 is a generational wealth opportunity in my opinion. Might not seem like it today, but talk to me in 6 months and let's see where we're at. Here's one for Robinhood. Robinhood's just hanging around 70. Just hanging around 70. Still holding green here. Big level for it here. So I like it here at 70. They announced they're going to be buying back their stock. If 70 breaks down, we'll probably get to pick this one up at 50. 50 would be a good average down point for it. If you bought here at 70, if we get a red dot and we go down, we'll probably bounce on that 4-year moving average right there at 50. So I like it at 70. I would love it down here at 50. Okay, but we do have a green dot, so we got to remain bullish. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty important day for the markets here. Tomorrow's what? Friday. So Fridays are always pretty volatile. Again, if you look at these smaller time frames, guys, we added in this EMA ribbon to our trading indicator. Again, you guys can download all these trading indicators over here in the trading indicator tab. But if you have the green dot on the weekly, okay, you can enter, right? Start your position. But ultimately for the breakout, you want to see it get up over these EMAs, okay? Because that's when the uptrend starts. If we're down below the EMAs, we're getting rejected. We're in a downtrend, right? We want to see that breakout, come back, test it, and go. I showed you a couple names here that we requested, that were requested in a couple videos ago, like FET. This is a cryptocurrency. Again, it's up over the EMA. Right? We broke out over it. We were down below it, getting rejected, downtrend. Broke out a little bit here, but failed, right? The breakout failed, okay? And we went down. But it broke out again here. It tested and it bounced before it tested the EMAs back here, and it went down. So these EMAs are a really good way to tell where the trend is on a micro time frame, right? We really focus on the macro, right? Anytime this wave is down here, we want to be buying. Okay, we want to be looking to buy. So a reason to buy would be these EMAs crossing over. Okay, breaking out, rip. Again, QNT broke out. Okay, we're hanging up above those EMAs. RNDR, same thing. We broke out. We bounced on the EMAs. And yeah, we got a red day today. There's going to be red days all the way up here. But again, if you're buying our signals, guys, our sell strategy, okay, if you bought this green dot here in March, our sell strategy is to sell when it gets up here to the red zone. So FET has a long way to go to 90 cents. QNT, RNDR, this has a long way to go to 450. Again, buying and selling is easy. It's waiting That's the hard part. Not getting scared out of your position on a red day like today where we're down. I mean, it's only down 3%. That's nothing to freak out about, especially in crypto. So waiting till it gets back up to our sell zone. The last time Render was in the sell zone was back here in December. Okay, when Trump got elected president, everyone's freaking out. Oh, Donald Trump, the crypto president, he's in. Crypto's going to go to the moon. Yeah. What happened to that? Biden was a better crypto president at this time. But like I said, the Clarity Act, I think, is going to be the catalyst crypto needs to go higher. Until we get the Iran stuff settling down and the Clarity Act passing, I don't think you're going to see that parabolic move happen. And I don't have a magic ball to tell you guys when that kind of stuff is going to happen, but I got a feeling we're very close. Here. So again, watch for that breakout on these macro time frames if you have that weekly signal. I'm sorry, the micro. So if you have the green dot, you should be in here on the daily looking for that breakout, okay, and that pull back into it and then the bounce. All four of these names look really good. TAI, RNDR, QNT, and FET. Those are the ones that have really broken out over their EMA ribbon. Also, CETUS is another one that broke out. It's the most undervalued cryptocurrency on the market. Okay, I think that's a $1 project and it's sitting at 2 cents. Can you take a look at TAO? Yeah, that thing's been ripping too. That's another one that broken out. So again, it broke up over the EMAs, right? We got the green dot back here in February. That came at 170. It's all the way up here at 370. So again, if you entered on this signal, you're now up almost 100%, over 100%, okay? And you should be targeting up here in the red zone, and we're getting close to it. We haven't hit it yet, but we're close to it. But as long as this thing's up above the EMAs, we're in an uptrend, right? If we're down below them, we're in a downtrend. So I think this is a extremely nice move. I don't want to buy ever when it's that far off those EMAs on the daily. You want to kind of wait for a pullback, kind of like it did right here in March. Okay, but ultimately I'd be targeting anywhere from 430 to 480 there on TAO. A lot of people bullish on that. I just haven't done my research on it. NVO. This one needs a signal. Needs the green dot. Doesn't have the green dot yet. If it doesn't have the green dot yet, we don't even look at the daily. Okay, VeChain has the signal here, but again, we need to wait for that thing to confirm the breakout by getting up over those EMAs. Okay, if you want to identify if you don't want to get caught on a false signal, like a false green dot, because they do happen, right? These aren't 100%. Unfortunately, I wish they were, because I'd be on a yacht right now and I'd have all you guys over and we'd all be having a big yacht party out in the middle of the Pacific. Okay, but again, they're not 100%. Okay, they're really accurate if you give them time. Right, Adobe's just been stuck in a massive downtrend. I mean, this thing's just ugly. I mean, it's just ugly. I'd wait for the monthly on that, but ultimately I wouldn't pick up Adobe till it hit like $200. That thing's just ugly chart, man. Ugly chart. So again, the only thing that invalidates a green dot is a red dot. So right there, you could have set a stop loss around 240. It's sitting at 240 right now. I don't know. This one's tough. Okay, look to the daily. Watch for the breakout over the EMA. That's what I would try to do there. Until then, you're stuck in a downtrend. You're stuck going down. Can I look at pump? Yeah. If you guys got those requests, feel free to get them in there in the chat. I'm just taking requests here for a while longer here on this wonderful red day. Pump fun, red there on the weekly. I'd be watching 0.0016. Okay, that's the low from here. Here and here. So it's red here on the weekly, so that's a warning sign. So when you get the red weekly, you want to use that stop loss at the previous low. Again, I'd want to see this breakout over the EMAs to confirm the move higher. Okay, looks like some buyers are stepping in here on the 4 hour, but no real confirmation that the trend is going anywhere until we get over those EMA ribbons. Okay, we tried to break out here, but we failed. Okay, we need to wait and be patient until that breaks out again. Okay, you could try to bottom fish right here, but ultimately the trend is not going to reverse until we get back up over those EMAs like we did back here in 2025. Big move up. Okay, as of right now, we're just downtrend, 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 rejection. It's just been ugly, folks. Since September, August, when we called these topping signals, okay, we called them. If you guys were here in August, it's been a lot more brutal of a pullback than I thought it was going to be. But again, welcome to crypto, okay? We got our signals right there in August on Link, on Ethereum, okay? red dot right there on link, pull back. Bitcoin, okay, dots up here at 125, pull back. So anytime this wave is up here, we should be using extreme caution. This is where we need to be thinking, take profits, take profits, take profits. Down here, we got our ears pinned back, and we're planting seeds. That's our strategy. And again, you got to have a strategy if you guys are investing. If you're just throwing darts and trying to buy, when Twitter says to buy, a lot of the time that's up here. Okay, people are very excited when stuff's at all-time highs. People don't like when things pull back for 7 months. There's blood in the streets when that happens. So just keep that in mind. Again, you make money in the markets. You make money investing by buying when things are bad. Okay, if you bought a house up here at 125 and it went down 50%, you wouldn't sell the house. I'm sure of it. You'd probably find a renter or just hold on to it until price retracted. It's the same kind of thing. The problem with stocks and crypto is it's so easy to get emotional and so easy to make an emotional decision. Well, what protects us from making emotional decisions is the data, right? Is the dots, is the indicators that we use here. Okay, as long as we're buying at a fair price, the fair price is always at the mean. Okay, that mean is right over here in the cheat sheet. Okay, that is the average. If we're buying at the average or below the average, we're going to beat 95% of the population. Okay, because the majority of people are only buying when things are good, when XRP is trading above $3. Okay, no one wants to buy XRP down here at the mean. Okay, the mean is just the average, and that's one of the indicators we use, that blue line. That's the 4-year moving average. So you're buying it at the average price over 4 years. You're not buying it 50% off of that. Okay, up here, you're buying it at the average right now. Hopefully that makes sense. See this looking like rocky, ain't going down no matter what, Jeff says. Yeah, that is a very undervalued project, dude. I can't even begin to express. I've explained it a couple times here, but just look at the monthly chart. It is defying gravity here. That thing's up 44% this month. And that thing has been as high as 50 cents. And it's at 2 cents right now and has a massive amount of utility on the SUI blockchain. Okay, SUI's green here too, trying to find a bottom here at 80 cents. I really wonder what XCN's going to do tomorrow, man. XCN's setting up here very nicely. And they're launching their mainnet tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting one tomorrow. GLL, this is the gold short. We got someone shorting gold in here. Nice. Yeah, gold's been going down. It's been getting smoked here. Okay, top was called. We got the top and signal right there around 5,500. And it pulled back here into the yearly moving average. But yeah, that's going down. So GLL, this is the short gold ticker. So as long as this thing holds 20, I like it. And you could see that it broke out over these EMAs. So you just want to see that trend continue. I'd use a stop loss probably at 19. I put a stop loss at 1850 on this. 1850, if that breaks, I would sell it. It got a red dot there on the daily. But if that can get over 25, you should see it back up here at 53. So I like that one as long as it holds 1850. Wormhole, if you guys could just drop the ticker for me. Wormhole is W. And again, a lot of people talking about this one up here at 14 cents. Now it's at a penny and people are running for the hills on it. God, that's ugly. It's just down and to the right, really. Lowest price it's ever been. So again, there's never been a better time to buy based on the data. There's no more data that I could really give you other than the fact that it's at the all-time low. It's kind of like the snap trade, right? It's like if you believe in the project, it's never been a better time to buy. It's literally the cheapest it's ever been in history. So that's kind of how you got to look at it. If you have any belief in it, right? I don't see why you wouldn't take a stab here. SMCI. This one got smoked off the allegations that their co-CEO was smuggling chips, NVIDIA chips, to China. That's a big no-no. He got fired. I think he had to probably sell his shares. That's why you saw this 30% pullback. But I don't think anything changes with the company on this one. I think they're still fine. Again, the allegations were against the co-founder, not the company. So up above 19, I still like SMCI. Ultimately, just looking for the next signal on this one. Would love to see that one continue to bounce here. Had kind of a similar drop back down here in... that was in 2024. It just ripped to the bottom. Okay, hit 17 and then popped right back up to 75. That was a huge trade from 17 up to 75. Kind of same pattern forming here. Big capitulation down. Up above 19, I still like SMCI here. CLSK. That one's green again. Very boring. Sideways price action. Support is right there at 8. So you got a green dot, so we'd be bullish on this asset right now. We'd be bullish on CLSK. BBAI got a red dot this week, so this one's going to capitulate some more, it looks like. Next level to buy this one would probably be around 240. That's where we bounce back here in 2025. Okay, again, if you get this green dot and it breaks support, okay, it broke support right there at 350, okay, you're going to see capitulation because stop losses are being hit. People are getting leveraged out, watching for the next green dot. We got, if you added here at 370, you should be looking to add on the next green dot lower. So I'd probably target around 250, 240 on that one. So again, green, red, you could buy puts, right? Buy puts and short it as it goes lower. Then when the green dot pops, you flip those puts into more shares, so on and so forth. So yeah, that one's red this week. That one looks like it's going to close pretty ugly. So what we do is wait for the green one. You see how it went green, red, and then flip back to green, and then went up? Okay, that's normally what happens. Again, the green dot's always going to come back. It's just a matter of when, okay? People are probably panicking. Stop losses are probably being hit, and that's what causes capitulation. That doesn't mean we're going to go down forever, right? We just simply have to be patient and wait on the next signal to dollar cost average. Because again, if you buy it at 4 and you buy it at 2, your average cost is 3. Okay, it's not going to matter if you bought it at 4 or 2 if you think it's going back up here to 10. It's not going to make a difference. So hopefully you're buying names that you believe in the long-term growth of. Okay, and if it comes back up here to 10, again, it won't matter if you buy it here at 4 or here at 2 in the end, as long as you were adding here and adding back down here, right? You're getting your average cost down. Your dollar cost averaging, building a position, planting those seeds, and then when we come back up here into harvest season, okay, that's when we take our profits and run. XEN 24-hour volume up 113% on CoinGlass. Yeah, that is going to be an interesting name tomorrow. Like I said, the biggest news event ever is coming tomorrow. So this is one of my largest positions, and again, I love it above 0.004. I've been staking it for months on months now, and just earning every single day. Okay, waiting for it to come back up here. So that news tomorrow should move it. Is it going to be up or down? I don't know, but the indicator says it's going to be up. So up above 0.004. Yeah, that looks interesting. Jeff says gold and silver down again today. Capital rotation, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what they're rotating into because everything else is red too. I mean, silver and gold are just getting smoked too. I mean, 123 down here to 60. And you got your sell signal up here in January. We literally shorted the top of this at like 120. Went all the way down here to 68. But yeah, I think there's more pain for gold and silver. I think it had a massive run this year. Beautiful run this year. Now, right, people are taking profits. They're taking their profits and going to find something else to rotate into, like Jeff said. Like Jeff said. So good, if the wave is up here, we should be taking profits, looking for names that are beaten up. What's the most beaten up right now? I would say Ethereum. I mean, this is down 70%. We'd rather buy something down 70% than something like silver, right? That's hardly even began to break back down. So, yeah, silver and gold don't look very good. Okay, and we wouldn't be looking to buy those until this wave came back down here. If you bought this green dot right here, you bought silver at 30 cents. If you bought this one right here, you bought silver at 20 cents, right? Most people only want to buy when this wave is up here, when things are going really good. And again, that's in a nasty downtrend. And you can see you see how the EMAs are crossing over here? See how the EMAs are crossing down now? That signifies a downtrend is starting. Okay, if they cross up, like you're seeing some of these names do, like FET, right? It's crossing up. That means an uptrend is beginning. Okay, so those EMA ribbons are starting to really be one of my favorite indicator to reference on the daily chart. But again, that's very bearish. I would not be wanting to hold gold or silver here. I'm kicking my own butt. I had a gold coin I was going to sell, but I didn't have the time to do it. Right here around 5,000, and now it's coming down. So we'll see. We'll see. But gold and silver do not look good. They do not look good. Added XEM this morning, looks good. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. And again, they got that big news catalyst tomorrow. So it's green on the weekly, and I believe it has a daily dot showing up as well. So you can see that Goliath mainnet is launching. See if we can read this. Onyx Coin plans to launch the public version of Goliath mainnet on March 27th, which is tomorrow, as stated by the team's update. Moving from test to pre-production environments to a live mainnet typically enables real economic activity, transactions, DApps, that's DeFi apps, and protocol usage backed by the native token. This can shift XCN's narrative from speculative utility-driven as demand starts to link to network fees, staking, or governance. Historically, mainnet launches attract speculative positioning ahead of the date, followed by a repricing phase based on actual adoption, developer transactions, and economic growth after the launch. So that's coming tomorrow. So we'll see. I mean, I've held this for quite some time now, and I really like the chart, and I really like the project. So we'll see. Tomorrow's a big day for XCN holders. Big day. It'll be interesting to see what it does. Trump will probably nuke another country and screw it all up for us, but hey, at least we're not quitting, right? We'll hold through all the bearishness, folks. Money is made buying in bear markets. Okay, like the video if you guys agree with that. The money is made buying in bear markets. We don't want to buy in bull markets when everything's going straight up. This is not the time to buy. We want to buy in those bear markets, folks, when things are just dead silent, okay, when things are just kind of boring, right? Boring stealth phase. They call it the stealth phase because no one's talking about it. Everyone will be talking about XCN if it comes back up here to 5 cents, right? 5-10 cents. Down here at half a penny, no one cares about it. So, trying to figure me out. What else we got? Let's answer a couple more of these from the chart requests. FLUT. Again, I just want to see it over the EMAs. Let's just look at the daily here, right? All these are down below their EMA lines, right? They got the green dots here on the weekly. We just need that second confirmation of getting above those EMAs there. Okay, I would set a stop loss on now at $95. $95 on the stop loss for service now. XRP, yeah, we'll look at that, man. I wish I could say some of your guys' names in chat, but some of you guys got some weird names here on YouTube. XRP is still green on the weekly, so we're still bullish, but we want to see it get up over these EMAs. We want to see it retract and get back up and push back up over these EMAs. Okay, as of right now, we're just stuck. We haven't gone anywhere since February. So 2 months of just going sideways, right? People get impatient, but we're targeting up here at 320. Fastly, FSLY, thank you for calling out the ticker. That one's on a tear. I mean, that thing's just going straight up and to the right. See, we got those monthly signals back here at $7. Things just going parabolic. Okay, green dot came right here at 9. Huge move up. Yeah, this thing's just on a parabolic move up. So the technicals say like we're in the red zone. We're still green, but I mean that thing's just melting up. So where I'd look to sell this one, I mean I don't see why you don't take some off now, but maybe on a red dot on the weekly, take some off. But if you got in down here at 9 and you're up 300%, I mean there's nothing wrong with taking profits there. But ultimately, I'd wait for the weekly on this one. The weekly red dot for Fastly. Ari says ZBCN. What's that one doing? Okay, still green here on the weekly. Still looking good. And that one is up above the EMAs. So this looks good as long as it can hold on to that 0.0019 level. Okay, as long as it holds on to this low right here at 0.0019, these lows right here, and doesn't break down, this one looks really good. Okay, nice and green on the monthly. No green dot on the daily yet, but still green on the weekly. So we'd be holders or looking to add to this one here, maybe on a daily dot. But I like the fact that it broke out here. I just like to see it hold these EMAs and reverse, go in the other direction there. So watch for the daily alert there on ZBCN. What else we got here? I see one for Disney. Or I see one for IOQV. Again, down below those EMAs. It does not have the green dot either. So trying to build support right here at 170. Just looking for that green dot. OIS, that one got a red dot on the weekly. I'd be a seller of OIS here. Again, you're up here inside the red zone. This is Oil States International, some oil name. I'm a seller of any oil name right now, folks. I do not like oil. Oil has gone on a ride here, and I think the trade is over with. TMC needs the signal. So again, we're not going to look at the daily if it doesn't have the weekly yet. I just wait for the weekly. Again, you got the red one back here at around 8. It's down 50% if you didn't take profits on that red dot. So you need to wait for the green dot to average down or, dollar cost average into it. That one's green there on the weekly as well. Want to see that one get up over 1850. FICO's stuck, right? Going down, still red. Look for the weekly. It needs the weekly green. Okay, you got a green dot right here, followed by a red. Now we just wait for the green. Okay, you entered here at 1,300. If it comes down here to 840 and gives you a green dot, you just simply add to your position, get your average cost down. And, I mean, that's the way we trade. That's the way we invest. Okay, we invest on the green dots. We don't invest on what we think or what we feel. You got to go off the signals, got to go off the data. That's the logical way to approach it, and that's how we approach it here. So, again, it's been a brutal market, guys. This has been brutal. But, again, the market always bounces somewhere. Owl Capital, that one's green there on the weekly. This has been absolutely smoked, okay, from 14 all the way down here to 9. You got the signal right there on the weekly. Okay, just looking for that one to pop back over the EMAs now. It's just consolidating. You want to make sure this one holds on to 820. Make sure that one holds on to 820. I see one in the chat for ICP. That one's red on the weekly, so what you could do is set a stop loss right here at, call it $1.90. $1.90 on that one. I'd like to see that one pop back over those EMAs as well. Watch the daily there on ICP and watch that $2 level. AMP. AMP's just getting smoked. God, dude, all these projects, man, just getting smoked. Look at this. This thing's gone down since December 20. It's gone down for 2 years in a row. All red, man. New lows. Really all you could do. I'd wait for the monthly on this one. Wait for the monthly on that one. But that, honestly, it looks like a dead project. I mean, all-time lows. I do not like names going to all-time lows, except for Snapchat, of course. But I don't know much about AMP. Really, wait for the monthly on AMP. H-bar. H-bar from the chat here. Still holding green. Again, we're still bullish on H-bar above 7. Again, we've been going sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. No action. None at all. 7 weeks. Boring. Okay, up above this 7-cent support there. Okay, we're still bullish. Holding green. As long as the dot is green, we're bullish. If a red dot comes, we set our stop loss. And as long as it's green, though, we're fully bullish, fully committed. And again, we'd like to see that pop up over those EMAs. We need that clarity act to pass. I think that's going to be the catalyst, folks. And they're saying it's going to happen in April. They said it was going to happen last November. So, you know, politicians, you could trust every word they say. Just joking. Paul, welcome to the Spartan Army, brother. NKN. Wow. Nice move there. Big move. That's up 300%. I'd probably sell it if it was me. I'd probably sell it. We're up here in the red zone. We hit the red zone there at 3 cents. I mean, this is literally up from the bottom. I wish you called this out 2 days ago. It's up 500% in 2 days. So you might take some profit unless something just happened with it. Unless something just happened where they got a big announcement or something. But wow. Wow. This is what I want to see with XCN tomorrow. Just a big fat candle to the upside. Again, if you're up 500%, I'm normally taking some off the table, but I would not chase this here. Up 500%, maybe if it pulled back to like a penny. Maybe if it pulled back here into the EMAs, right? Back down here at 0.007, I'd like it more, but you got the red dot in the red zone right now, so I would definitely be selling some of that NKN. That's a really nice move. ICP, we just covered that. I see one for VG. Doing the Ripsky. Okay, so this one's up here in sell territory. You just need the red dot to sell it. Wait for the red dot to sell. CRS or CRSR. That one's green down here, building the base up above 490. What's the daily doing? Daily's chopping around. So the daily support's right there at $5. Just put a stop loss at $5 on this one. XLM from the chat. That one still looks good. Got the green dot. I think this one broke up over the EMAs yesterday too. So it did break out. It hasn't really broken out, but it is up above those EMAs. So like I said, we're using that low from February back here. That's the low down there at 13 cents. So that's a good place for the stop loss. You can see that's where the wick was. Okay, right down there. You got the green dot back here in February. Again, you had one right here in December. It ended up going down off the red. So again, if you're buying at 20 and buying down here at 13, your average cost should be around 18. And again, we're just waiting until the wave retraces and comes back up here and gives us a red dot. But this one is definitely trying to break out here at 17 cents. Spot, S-P-O-T, is that Spotify? Spotify's still stuck in a downtrend, still down below the EMAs, and it's got a red dot on the weekly. So I'd probably set a stop loss on that one around 450. 450 on the stop loss. Doesn't look very good, though. Doesn't look good. Look at the monthly. Okay, the monthly's trying to come down, too. So I don't like spot. I would put a stop probably at around 450. Right around 450 there. IONQ. That one's fallen as well. Again, down below the EMAs. You got the red dot last week. So if that one breaks down below 30, that's going to get ugly. So either wait till the next green dot comes to add to your position. You were probably buying right here around 30 to 33 off of that one. Okay, you just want to see it hold on to 30 here, really. 30. If 30 breaks, I'd look to pick more up around 23. Doge. D-O-G-E. Doge is still green as well. Again, brutal, ugly pullback, 7-8 months of pulling back. Want to see that one over the EMAs, but it does have the signal down here. It could be any day, folks. Any day we get that parabolic move we all been looking for, this move right here. The signals are there. I mean, everything is signaling a bottom here. So up above 8 cents, I like Doge here. I'm going to leave it there, folks. We're going to continue to knock these out next week. Tomorrow's going to be our watch list video, so tune in for that. I'll probably take some chart requests on that tomorrow as well. We're live here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, anywhere from 12 to 2. Normally, I'll let you guys know in the morning here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I know today was a red day. I know it's been a brutal few months, but again, these are the times. This is what separates the winners from the losers. The people that stick around, the people that don't panic and get stopped out and quit are the people that win. You can't lose if you don't quit. Right? There's only winner. There's not winners and losers. There's winners and quitters. So don't be a quitter. Be a winner, and continue to fill your bags at these levels, folks. I mean, it has been brutal over the last 7-8 months. I mean, it has just gone down, down, down. Okay, and I'd much rather, as an investor, buy at low prices than at all-time highs. Right? These are the lowest prices for a lot of names in the last 2 to 3 years. Doge hasn't been back down here since 2024. Okay, that's the lowest price in 2 years. So again, we're buying at the right time. We just got to be patient. Again, buying and selling is easy. It's just a matter of waiting and being patient and getting our signal. Okay, that's the hard part. So hang in there, guys. God bless you guys all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening.